This is the quarterly plan for collaborative code competitions, spring 2017. So to recap, we ended last quarter with 4 sessions of a study which were designed to measure whether we could improve people's views on collaborative coding and how differences in skill levels within pairs affected how that pair worked together. Results from this study were very promising, suggesting that participants were more likely to view collaborative coding more positively and that participants' communication did vary depending on their partner's skill level. For example, beginners paired with intermediates tended to talk less.
So for our next steps, we'd like to build off the results of this preliminary study and focus on 2 things. First, we'd like to focus on building a higher fidelity prototype, which gives us more control over the interface, and also investigate how we can improve collaboration between coders by studying affordances of collaboration within coding challenges.
With design, we hope to be able to design and run at least one more study, which will test an affordance of collaboration. This will allow us to build off of what we've already learned and incorporate those affordances into later versions of our system.
So for our research, we plan on continuing the research question that we were focusing on, and which is whether we can encourage more positive attitudes toward collaborative coding. However, our focus this quarter will be on hypothesizing possible affordances for collaboration and building systems which incorporate those affordances. Then we can validate those hypotheses through studies designed to test our proposed affordances.
In terms of technology, we are aiming to build a collaborative text editor that allows us to customize parts of the system to best support the affordances that we want to test. This will come in 2 main components, the first being a web-based collaborative text editor, which people can use, as well as a server with an API that will allow us to send and receive arbitrary code, as well as any printouts or evaluations from that code.
So here is our quarterly plan and our weekly goals breakdown. So first, in week 1, we will review results of the previous quarter. In week 2, we'll finalize the direction for this quarter and research collaborative and pair programming paradigms. Week 3 is to identify system affordances for collaboration. Week 4 is focusing on finalizing those system affordances and beginning to build a higher fidelity system, such as a text editor, a collaborative text editor. In weeks 5 and 6, designing additional structures for promoting collaboration and design arguments for each of those structures. In week 7, low fidelity prototypes for new structures that are reflected in weeks 5 and 6. And then in week 8, the preliminary testing and refinement on those prototypes. In week 9, the design study. We'll do our design study and recruit users to test those structures. And in week 10, we'll perform testing. We'll perform the testing and gather and synthesize those results.